He's already said, they're not going to turn away from him. But that's a hard pill to swallow. And so when that begins to happen now, we got to understand there's supernatural forces at play. Charm, temptation, enticement, deceit, all come into play. Lust begins to be confused and misinterpreted as love. Anybody been there?
I love you.
No hidden agenda. There are no longer hidden agendas. So we pointed that out with Delilah. She told him right out the bat, here's what I am. Anybody ever been in a relationship where he or she told you off the bat, this is all I want? Yeah. I'm in a season, here you go, I'm in a season of my life and I'm really not looking for a long-term relationship. Right? I'm just looking to have fun.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right? I'm just looking to have fun. And so they tell you off the bat what they're looking, what the end goal is for them. And now because of that, they seek to tie you up, to bound you, to enslave you and subdue you, or in other words, to have dominion over you. And please don't raise your hand on this, but has anybody ever been in a predicament where you became bondage to the sex?
My God.
Addiction kicks in. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's not addiction, it's more of making that person happy or allowing them to be satisfied, but you're still, you know, you don't want to do it, but you're doing it to satisfy the other person.
Guess what, boo? It's still addiction. It's still addiction because the whole point of addiction is that you don't, so no crack addict, or there are a lot of crack addicts who don't want to smoke crack. But because they're addicted and they want to make the flesh happy, they give in to it.
So am I necessarily addicted to the sex, or am I addicted to the person and the foreplay of getting to it?
It could be either or. But either way, it's an addiction. That you still now have to deal with the addiction, and you have to deal with it from a mentality that is an addiction. Because if we don't, now, and what you're doing right here is you're opening up a way to rationalize. And the moment we begin to rationalize, we will never get what we need in terms of wholeness. And so whether I'm now addicted to the sex or addicted to the person, regardless of any of that, I'm addicted.
I was just going to say the companionship, because you might not be addicted to the sex, but it's the companionship, it's the being together, the seeing the person, the time spent. Right. Because you're single, you don't have that in your life. And
amen.
That's the part that I think most of us women deal with.
I was going to say, and I would say 90% of the time, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? We just want, it's almost like this, I want something to take away the pain. In other words, and we can, instead of pain, we can put anything in there. I want something to take away the shame. I want something to take away the embarrassment. I get tired of going to family reunions and there's nobody. I get tired of going to, family events. Amen. I'm X, Y, and Z years old. And so now people start to think that I might be this way or that way. Amen. Or every time I show up, I'm with my homeboy or with my girlfriend, but there's never anybody that I'm in a serious relationship with. And so people start asking, are you gay? And this and that. And so I just want something now to take away the pain. And so at some point, I'm almost in a place where I will entertain anything. Yes. And when the enemy gets us to that place, because now we just want the loneliness to stop. Because after a while, loneliness starts to hurt. Yes. Right? So after a while, people would say they want to. After a while, it starts to hurt. Literally, to hurt. To have to keep going to bed night after night, alone and by yourself. It starts to hurt to think about, well, I'm sitting in class, I just finished this test, and it's Friday, and the weekend is here. I ain't got nobody to spend it with. So folks can say what they want to say. But the enemy knows the truth. And so that's the point that he attacks from. And so all of a sudden now, we start entertaining this idea of what comes. That all of a sudden now, that one night stand don't look so bad. Right? All of a sudden now, whatever they want doesn't look so bad anymore because of the companionship. So now, I said in the beginning, there's a give and there's a take. So, say it with me. In every relationship,
there's a payoff.
There's a payoff.